Hey guys, this is Not Lammers of Invoked 101. Welcome back, and today I wanted to do something a little bit different. I don't do a lot of discussion type stuff on the channel, but today I wanted to talk about one of my favorite decks and how they are going to be moving forward. That, of course, is Speedroids. I want to talk about them. So currently, as Speedroids stand, there's really two different ways to play the deck. You have the Cosmic Blazar Turbo version, which basically just summons the Speedroid link and then summons a Cosmic Blazar under it along with a few cards in hand, but for the most part you use actually quite a bit of your hand to make this. And then there's also the kind of synchro spam version, and I've seen a lot of people kind of moving into this Cosmic Blazar version, or at least like having the Cosmic Blazar option in their extra deck, as well as using Needle Fiber and Auroradon to do other plays in the same turn, but usually it just ends up being like Auroradon, a token, and a Cosmic Blazar. So as Speedroids currently stand, I actually do think that the Synchro Spam version is a little better, the version that can spit out 2 Crystal Wings in one turn, as well as, or a Crystal Wing and a Raptite in one turn. I think that this version of Speedroids is superior, being able to DD Crow your opponent with Raptite and being able to negate monsters with Crystal Wing, as well as potentially having more setup to go forward in the graveyard for next turn, even though that the deck does currently lose to Nibiru pretty quickly. It also loses to Effect Veiler, but that's kind of the hindrance of older decks per se, of like kind of pre 2017 decks, that a lot of them do really just lose to not Nibiru per se, but lose to like Effect Negation and stuff like that. So stuff like Ash Blossom and Effect Veiler are really strong against decks like this, and with any kind of combo deck, Nibiru is of course a really good out to it. One of the other big problems with Speedroids currently is that they have no spell negation whatsoever. That being a really big part of the game right now is just being able to negate spells and traps. The fact that Speedroids don't have that and that it wasn't included on Kite Drake is kind of annoying. I really thought that Kite Drake was going to be a spell and trap negator, but what are you going to do? So as far as the pros and cons of playing Cosmic Blazar over the Crystal Wing or Synchro Spam versions are, the pro is that you get to negate spells and traps and negate practically anything on your opponent's turn, including their normal summon, which is pretty dope, and you have a 4,000 monster over just 1 to 2 monster negates and maybe something else. So, you know, there is a bit of a perk to that. And one thing I'd like to do is what I've been trying to do, at least, and I think this is where Speedroids really need to head towards, and us as a Speedroid community. I think we need to move towards figuring out how to do Cosmic Blazar and Crystal Wing on turn 1. Like, I feel like as a Speedroid community, we need to move towards figuring out Cosmic Blazar, Crystal Wing, turn 1 consistently. Like, what do we need to do that? One thing that actually does help is Auroradon. Auroradon is really cool, especially when combined with Needle Fiber. Needle Fiber being able to special summon Den from the deck, link that into Auroradon, giving you 3 tokens to synchro with. It's pretty cool, not gonna lie. And then Auroradon can even special summon a tuner out of the deck, so you can summon, like, I believe Mecha Phantom Beasts have a level 3 tuner, so you can even make Raptite right there, which is pretty cool. Unless the level 3 tuner says you can't, but what are you gonna do? You can also summon like O-Lion to get out Chambara, which is another really cool one if you're going second, so you can just poke. But that's kind of where Speedroids are right now, is they're in this weird synchro spot where they can't really, where they lock themselves into Wind, which is fine. Wind is a pretty okay typing, luckily enough for synchro decks. And there's a good pool of synchro monsters for Wind. And it's not like that, and you know, they suffer the same problems that like every combo deck that hero, like it's the same problems that heroes suffer. You know, but heroes are good. So realistically, what does Speedroid need? Well, moving into the next part of this is how are Speedroids in the future. There are a few cards that are coming out, not that we know of right now, because a lot of these are V-Jump promos. At least 3 of these are V-Jump promos, and they help out Speedroids a lot. The first cards, of course, are Speedroid Block and Roll and Speedroid Kart Turbo. Block and Roll summons a Speedroid token. When he's used for a Synchro summon, he summons a Speedroid token equal to the level of the Synchro monster he was material for. So if you use him for a level 5 Synchro, he summons a level 5 token. Use him for Clearwing, he summons a level 7 token. So that's really cool, and it's a Speedroid token, so if you summon Red-Eyed Dice, you can modulate its level, because it's a Speedroid monster. The other card is Speedroid Kart Turbo, and this card is lit. Like, actually cool. It special summons itself if you control a wind monster, and then you can banish it from your graveyard to give, along with a Speedroid monster, to give all wind monsters you control a bonus 800 attack, and it's a tuner. It does say that you can only activate wind monsters effects for the rest of the turn, which is fine. So, those 2 cards alone help out Speedroids a lot. A level 3 special summonable tuner, and a level 4 monster that summons a token. Easily stuff that gives you more monsters on board to summon with. Just, I feel like there's more. I've seen people use Symphonics with this, but there is another card that's coming out called Win the Wind Charmer Medium, and you might have actually heard of this one. Because what it does is you discard it as well as a wind monster to to search any wind monster with 1500 or less attack. And Terratop happens to fit in that category, as well as a lot of Speedroids. So Win the Wind Charmer Medium, it also locks you into wind monster effects for the rest of the turn, but it searches Terratop, which is is insane. Like, if you told me we were getting a Terratop searcher back when I was playing this deck in 2014, I would have been like, no, we're not. We're not getting a speed. Like, what are you on? Like, I think I played this deck in 2015, not 2014. Oh, wow. But yeah, Speedroids are pretty cool. And, like, these cards help a lot. Like, being able to get just Terratop straight to your hand and not waste your normal summon, and being able to potentially double normal summon after you've made the Link monster, or possibly after you've made Auroradon, is really cool. Because I think with Kart Turbo, you can summon, you go special summon Terratop, search Tactomberg. If you have Kart Turbo or Kart Turbo or Tactomberg in your hand, you're fine there, and then you just turn Tactomberg into one of the tuners, preferably Den, and then you link all 3 into Auroradon. You can even link the 2 of them into the Speedroid link, search the one that you're missing, and then keep going. It's a really cool card that gives Speedroids a much needed buff. So how does this change the deck strategy overall? I think the things that these cards do for the deck are invaluable. Being able to continuously special summon and have another special summonable tuner is really useful, especially when it's level 3. Level 3 in Speedroids is basically the best level, aside from the level 1, what's he called? Red-Eyed Dice. Red-Eyed Dice. Oh my god. Like, one of the most important cards in the deck. Red-Eyed Dice. He is a level modulating tuner, so he's also really important. I also think that integrating Raptite into the deck is a great idea. In my opinion, it's a better level 6 than Charge Warrior. It's better level 6 than Kendama. And it's almost always live. It's a wind level 6 that can DD Crow your opponent. It's insane. And I think moving forward, Speedroids could be a really cool rogue option if something is found that can help them. Right now I'm testing a card called Stardust Warrior. It's a level 10 Synchro that needs a Synchro Tuner and a Synchro Monster. So I use Martial Metal Marcher and a Clearwing to summon it. And it's been pretty interesting. I don't summon it all the time, which is fine. You don't usually want to sink resources into a monster that isn't worth summoning, because I would almost rather have monster negates than a summon negate, which is what Stardust Warrior does. Stardust Warrior really is just kind of like a tiny Cosmic Blazar. As far as weird decks go that a lot of people don't think about, I think Speedroids have some of the most potential out of all of those decks. They've seen, a lot of their cards have seen competitive success, including Terratop Tactomberg, as well as even sometimes playing Dice if you feel really spicy, per se, just to get like a Synchro monster out of it. And I think Kart Turbo and Marble Machine especially, the card out of Dual Overload, helps the deck a lot. It searches Terror Top. You can get rid of it using Almirage. You can do a lot of stuff with that card. And I think that he is a really nice addition. And Cart Turbo with the Marble Machine, I think both of those cards are really cool to add. I think that Block and Roll would be a really nice 1 of in the deck, potentially 2 of. It's another level 4 that we can search, which I think is great. And it offers something that no other Speedroid card can do. It offers token generation as a Speedroid token, which is something that we don't have. I think if there was an easier way to special summon these guys, which, you know, Speedroids do have their own Monster Reborn, I think that this deck really could see some success. I think moving forward, if we start seeing Speedroid decks that are, if we figure out how to summon Cosmic Blazar and Crystal Wing going first, I think that this deck does have the potential to be at least a rogue option down at a regional. But let me know what you guys think about Speedroids in the comments below. If you know something that I don't about Speedroids and you want to share that with me, feel free to down in the comments below. I want to give a quick shout out to the Speedroid Facebook group. I've been looking at like their builds and their deck lists and stuff in preparation for this video, because I wanted to see what cards were being played and how things were changing up. And I talked to a few of them about like how do you do the Auroradon combo. So big shout out to those guys. With that said, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.